Oh, right. Okay. Yep. You don't hear anything on the game or something about Texas? Oh, sure. They're just talking. Yeah. Okay. Hello. 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 I was just arguing with my TV volume again. I don't think the game's very loud anyway. Oh, you hear everything now. Cool. All right. Hi, Leaky. Hi, Dan. And thanks for the host, Opie, as soon as I was muted. I forgot I'd muted. I put the headset on and forgot to unmute it. So they're just talking. Ted's a good man. Nah, I know. He wouldn't. He wouldn't what? Run around. You're right. How about a beer? No beer today. Hard times whiskey. Is that all you've got? It's a good whiskey. Local. Yeah? You take deliveries from them? Sure. You ever see one of them? The boys from Hard Times? What? I heard they're strange. They work hard. They make a good whiskey. Who are we to judge? Sure, who are we? No one of consequence. What's all this? Bread for? Sandwiches. Brain's law. Ha! The old ones went bad while you were on vacation. You have a good time? While the sandwiches rotted? Oh, you know me. Alright, can I get up? Aha. Act 1 sound cues. Oh, I can change it. Okay. Alright, thank you for the host, Ulkash and Leaky. Oh, hello. Barfly sits alone at a table with 2 glasses, one empty. Examines empty glass. Examines full glass. Looks at ashtray. Blows gently with pursed lips. Observes. Ash configuration. And my TV is doing a thing. Hang on. Nope. Everything's just gone weird. That was weird. What was that? Something trivial about the prior evening. Looks up suddenly. Looks left. Looks right. Skims newspaper. Oh my god, it's narrating everything I do. I think. Why is there a brick in the sandwich? Can I get up? Okay, I'm a little bit confused and I'm not narrating everything they're saying, that's just weird. Can I just get up, please? I'm really confused. Everyone's got a brick sandwich. At least you can all hear me now, but yeah, my TV's doing weird at things. That's just great. Oh, what's this? That's a window. More brick sandwiches. Yeah, crunchy. Oh, Leaky, I don't know if you were there when we were discussing, oh, director's notes. Tomorrow, Division 2, you up for it? Reckoning has almost no explicit stage directions. Cool. And then when are you going to stream more Black Mesa? Yesterday. Well, to be fair, I think Ross was streaming yesterday, so Student production is audacious. People are watching. We have the right to lie, said dramatist Anton Attard, but not about the heart of the matter. Okay, so people are watching in a play. I'm in a play, which is why there's brick sandwiches, I guess. And those chairs have no legs. Have I just got to watch this? Thinking about the new kitchen. Maybe hire a hostess. Because none of my... Oh, okay, I can skip through the... I can skip through the play, right. I don't want to... Come on, let me stand up. I don't know what's going on. I can't remember the names of anyone, so... I don't know if this is a new thing or what, whether this is some kind of interlude. Basically, we need to get to the end of Act 3. And this is just weird. Okay. Oh, TV.
The male deer, called buck, also live among the does. The bucks are growing their antlers. It's a soft and warm to the touch.
Afternoon. Same scene, same tavern. Act 2 sound cues.
The bucks rubbed the velvet off their antlers. In late fall,
did all the sound cues. Set director's notes. Dude, it must have been an odd bird. Thanks to the auto host Jesse. Many playwrights, Tennessee Williams or Eugene O'Neill, spend as much energy on precise descriptions of the play set as they do on any of the dialogue. My job is finding ways to be creative within constraint. It'll only describe settings. Wakefield stands in entertainment.
The white-tailed deer can be seen feeding on lush grass. Spring is also a time for new growth. And the new sight of fuzzy, spotted fawns.
I can sort of hear some noise. I don't know, is there any... Okay, I can vaguely hear it. Oh great, now I've turned it up way too loud. Distant mumbling, yeah. Sorry, my TV volume, well, my TV remote was having a hissy fit. Dinosaurs in the Ark? What? Okay, this is just weird. So I'm stuck in a weird play. I was just wondering whether it was too low or not high enough, so I've turned it up a bit. Put on captions. Hi Harry, the old folks here. Okay. Pearl. I got Pearl now. So yeah, so we're sitting through a play apparently. Except that I'm impatient with this play because I can't move around and look at things. So I'm skipping through it all. I'm sorry if you wanted to listen to this bizarre play at a bar talking about beer and dinosaurs on the Ark. But hey, at least you can hear me now. So I think I started off by saying hi. We'll get started, we're live, but no one could hear that. And then I was just like, oh, I'm just sorting out the volume on the TV. And then it started and I was just reading off the play things. And then Dan said, there's no sound. And I went, oh crap, I forgot to unmute it. So no one missed anything at the beginning. Excuse me. Well, yeah, I mean, usually I do read the stuff and I do this play, but I'm very confused as to why I'm in a play. And it's kind of boring. It's not like story stuff. So I'm just skipping through it. I'm sorry. Sure, I'll have to play this game again. I can always stream it again and not skip through the play, but you know, I'm kind of I've done a lot of streaming and a lot of talking and stuff, so we just get skipping through the play dialogue, and then hopefully we will get out of this weird interlude thing. And I can actually get on with Act 3. Oh, there's people there. Hopefully there's a test at the end. Well, the sandwiches are made of bricks. I've got 2 glasses. And I don't know what the paper's about because my TV glitched. Now there's a conversation at the table. Damn right, management material. Black coffee and desperation. Excuse me. Why do you want to test at the end anyway, Dan? Present day, 1973, we need to adjust the price of gas, as discussed by Pearl, Evelyn and Harry. We also made some adjustments to the description of Pearl's work. We left in a line about Rain's Law, which should have been archaic in Doolittle's time anyway. I guess the biggest change we made, besides mashing the 2 Doolittle plays into one, was the title. I thought we should rename it Reckoning and a Barfly, to mix the 2 titles and be really clear about where it came from. But Carrington liked the bleak irony of the entertainment. Joseph Weirtree. Cool. Stiffly written but well acted. There aren't many characters in the entertainment. Now playing at Buffalo Street Student Theatre, but director James B. Carrington has been able to give them all enough dimension to make them interesting. Edgar Foy's performance as dejected bartender Harry is convincing, but this is not a role into which an actor can project much power. The audience pities him without ever really knowing why. Indeed, despite the cast's well-rounded portrayals, sparks only fly once or twice. Zoe Hook, Louisville Times. Yeah, I'd much rather that they give money to the NHS. Hi, Alkesh, rather than clap at them. Though I did like the conspiracy theories that the government were running a 5G test at 8 p.m. so everyone clapping was to cover up the noise. It's one of the weirdest conspiracy theories I've heard about 5G causing COVID, because whatever. Today was... Oh, was it? Clap for... Oh. Oh. Yeah, no one was clapping here. I mean, I don't want him to die, because I don't wish anyone to die from this, but I do feel like he's being hoisted by his own petard. He didn't follow his own rules. Something about the ocean. Something about alligators. Excuse me. Something about alligators again. Big sandy swamp with a pool and a hostess. What's that? Set 'em up, Harry. Junebug will be here any minute. And we want to be receptive. Alright. But I keep track. There'll be your reckoning. Heh, you folks here? About the reckoning? First I've heard. What's up, Harry? Short on your bills? The books get away from you? That's an ignorant thing to say. Been doing my books for 10 years. Keeping this place alive all on my own. Ever since Bess. Ought to let you run that tab up. Until you drink yourselves underground. No, he didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. Yeah, Harry. You know I'm only joking. Sure, I know you're joking. Alright, let's drink. Cheers. Oh, I got some raspberry absolute in. Very excited about this. Hard times whiskey. Don't end up like that boiled owl in the corner. Am I the boiled owl? Secret ingredients, secret process. So that'll go nice with my peach juice. I could have peach and raspberry vodka. Something strange in that word. Drink up, Harry. Don't call me Larry. Sounds like an old man. Alright, Silver Fox. Now you. I'll let it slide. Another? Well, I don't get paid until Friday. I haven't seen Pearl all day. She can pick it up when she comes back. Don't count on it. What the hell kind of thing is that to say? Our own daughter? Oh, right. Generosities have limits. I don't know what she said, but the Slades are good for it. The family takes care of our own. Sure, we'll get it straightened out when she comes back. Better get here soon, or she'll miss the entertainment. Shouldn't Junebug be here now, Harry? Yep. That's what you get working with artistes. Good entertainment, but it's always late. This is pretty late, though. We'll stick around. We're celebrating. Sure. Yeah, not expecting a late-night sentimental call. And if he does, let it ring. The philanderer. One more, Harry. Just want to hear some music. Why is my phone blipping at me? Oh. Hopefully the music will show up soon. Something. How long is this bloody play? Oh. Audience members cough. Love songs play from jukebox. Distant highway, jukebox love song, disconcerting hum. Writer's notes. Many in the audience consider leaving. If anyone leaves, let them leave. The theatre is not a prison. If anyone coughs, cough also. The theatre is not a sickbed. We minister to the audience, we revere the pains of the audience. Lem Doolittle. Entertainment bores at times. The conclusion of the entertainment is an obscure modernist posting as a tragedy. We can only presume that this is another of this company's experimental interventions into the original script, as it portrays the human drama so carefully erected over the prior three scenes. Lulu Chamberlain's set is unpretentious and realistic with a handful of confident lighting cues. The dialogue has an easy facility for barroom banter. The disconcerting habit of settling into familiar grooves. An uneven but decent production. Nathan Master's Lexicon Herald. Barfly slumps half asleep on table. Barfly sluggles to remember mental checklist. Barfly drunkenly fumbles in pockets, remembers. Places right hand on chin. Places left hand on leg, leans precariously into table, closes eyes. Opens eyes. Scans table for landmarks, remembers, spits, glances down at newspaper, tries to be interested. Sighs, shuffles, surrenders. Oh, hello. Oh, I love this song. Never heard of it. It's your love song. It's your Valentine. Sure. Ever been in love? No. Me neither. Oh, there's Ted. Son of a bitch. Evelyn. You love Ted, right? He's a son of a bitch. Out on the road. Shelling hammers and hammering shop girls. You know he isn't. Well, I wish he would. You don't mean that. Sure. You don't mean that. He's a son of a bitch. You have to stick by your family. Sometimes. If it kills you. Do you? Why? You just have to. Why? I love the song. What if they're better off without us? My folks could get better with money. Ted could, I don't know, meet someone new. He wouldn't. He's your good man. Would you? All I want is to be free of parasites. Keep my own money, pay my own debts. Don't be a fool. Buy me a drink. What do you want? I run a hardware store, my dear husband. Evelyn, I want a whiskey. That's all you want? And a love song. I need a love song and a whiskey. She could have said, sure. Pearlie could have said something. Shouldn't have to. Say anything, Dad. Letting us just sit, soak up a debt. We're celebrating. Pearl, it's supposed to be a celebration. Don't you know the news? Larry, drop it. So celebrate. Not stopping you. But I'm not paying for it. Your mother's going to be a manager. So put a manager's salary on that tab. It's not. Sure, they said she's management material. What kind of material are you, Pearl? Maybe. He said maybe. I'm made of sweat, blood, and beer. Just like you raised me. That's a damn strange thing to say. Sure, my hands are cut up, but you're a loan clerk, and your mother is a manager at a supermarket. Damn it, Lawrence. It's not settled. Not settled? O'Neill just handed you a promotion. Why can't you celebrate? Rosa, what did he say to you? Remember what he said to you. He said, didn't he? He said, maybe eventually. Maybe eventually? Maybe eventually. Management material, keep your chin up. Maybe eventually. Sooner or later. Keep your chin up. How's that, Dad? Enough. You can still settle. It'll just take longer. I should look again. Just sit with me, Larry. Let's just wait for the music. Get away from the awfulness. Sure. We can celebrate. Sure. Slade women are moving up. Eventually. If she's this late, she's not coming. Where's Junebug? Where's the entertainment? I said, if she's this late, she always shows up. She's got nothing better to do. You gonna settle up first? Don't be a fool. Watch it. I'll buy you a drink. How about a water, Evelyn, and maybe call it a night? What time is it? I love the sun, it's relaxing. Like the sun, by the pool, on a beach full of gators. God damn it, Evelyn! Harry, your language. What would Bess think? Good Christian woman. Something about New Orleans. She didn't mean anything by it. Maybe I just sat here, alone in the dark. Would you like that, Evelyn? Is that what you want to hear? Watching nature. Programming's in the dark. Just me and the deer, and the gators, and the goddamn dinosaurs. It was Harry's ark, Evelyn 2 by 2. Out of the flood and into the poorhouse. She's just drunk. All on my dime. Well, it's gonna be a reckoning. All of you. Just stick around and you'll see. What are you talking about, Harry? What reckoning? I want to hear another love song. Where's Junebug? I hope she never shows up. Can't pay her, the money's run out. What's that? It's gone. The money's all gone. I let you sponges soak up as many free drinks, now I can't even stock the whiskey without striking a deal. No more whiskey? Harry, what kind of deal? It doesn't matter. You can't blame us. Harry, we're just a little short. From time to time. Sure. Don't drink if you can't afford it. Just leave, Pearl. Just trust me. Okay. I'm leaving. Are you sure? I'm sure. You don't deserve this. All I want is a love song and a whiskey. You'll have plenty of time for whiskey. I just want to be left alone. That man is like a straitjacket. I know, Evelyn. If only he'd meet some tall young thing on the road. I know. "11 years behind a supermarket till. Keep your chin up. Rosa, eventually. Maybe eventually. Now you should all clear out. Where will we go? Just let us wait. Let us wait for Junebug. We're good for it. We just want to have a few drinks. See the entertainment and then we'll go home. You don't understand. Sure. We know you're struggling. We're all struggling. Harry, you said you have a deal, right? God damn it. You don't understand me. Harry, your language. What's to understand? We'll settle our debt soon. Rose is in line for the promotion. Oh my god, you're like a broken record, dude. All they want is debt. They feed on it. They'll put it in the whiskey. What? What the hell are you saying? He'll be here soon. The boy from Hard Times. There'll be a reckoning. Harry, our debt's not to the distillery. It is now. I traded it. I sold it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ha! Oh. Eerie hum. Everyone hear the eerie hum? Whoa! Hello. How are you? Ow, you're an eerie hum. You hurt. Ow. Sorry about that. I didn't know that noise was going to happen. And I got a bleep bloop for the entertainment. Complete the entertainment. Now I get to play Act 3. Right, now we're getting somewhere. And then I'll have 12 crabs. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Wind in the trees, morning bird songs. Sorry, I was just half an hour of sitting watching a goddamn play. "83 and sunny now. Looks like it's gonna get up to about 101 in late afternoon in Louisville and 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight, so get out those parasols." Major accident just ahead of the Bardstown exit, so if you're headed to work on 31, you are late, my friend. Ha ha. Sugar? As it is. That's what Ira used to say. I had a dream about him last night. I heard you yelling. Bad dream? We were up on the roof, Ira and I, and Charlie, eating a light supper. I was drinking sweet tea, Charlie was reading. We were surrounded by other houses. Closely packed, huge sidewalks. There must have been a... what's that word? Subdivision? That's it, I'm sure, below us. A group of people were gathered standing quietly. A man was reading from a book. I asked Ira about the weather. Would it rain on Tuesday or when would be the sunset? Something like that. He wouldn't answer me. Charlie stood up and Ira told him to watch his step, and then I remembered. I woke up before I could stop him. Charlie was alone on that roof. I guess she was. He was so bright, his teachers said, what was the word? Imaginative. That's it. How could I forget? He... It wasn't his fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. That's what we mean when we say it's... an accident. Sure. Well, we have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. That truck will outlive us all. I hope you're right. I'm glad you'll keep it. Ira would have wanted you to have it. It's been running since Charlie was born. Ira took me to the hospital in that truck. So did you once. Your knee. My new knee. Plastic. It'd be like a souvenir. So... long drive? They said they couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I don't recognise the address. The order is all, I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. I guess it will be. The last act of Lizette's Antiques. The... oh, what's the word? Finale? Maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a little bit. More coffee or something? I think I've had too much. It'll come to you. Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. It seems inevitable. There will start to be words that I use forever. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? Those are Charlie's old books. Oh. I thought we could look at them together. That sounds nice. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Sure, Liz, I'll wait with you. There's your traffic and weather on the 5s. That's every 10 minutes, brought to you by the Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion after this. So, Lizette is the boss person. But he was being operated on by that doctor who gave him some drugs, and I don't trust the doctor person. And we were in the forest having flown on a giant bird with a weird... Why is my leg gone? Why am I half a skeleton? I'm so confused. They took my leg. I'm really freaked out now. Oh. But that's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want to bill for... Oh, he's awake! How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... I was dreaming. That's unlikely. Neuropinal TM is quite powerful. In fact, many patients report a sensation of lost time. Do you feel like you've lost any time? I guess so. It's been about 2 hours. Okay, did you ever see the film Tusk? No. Do I want to see the film Tusk then? And Lick, you didn't get this far. Yeah, Act 2 was confusing. But I need to get to the end of Act 3. And we will do more of this after Crab. I was mostly confused by the half-hour play. Oh, the leg taking reminded you of it. Hey Paul, my bread was good. I had pate and salad in my bread. So I basically made a pate and salad sandwich. Oh, my hands are so raw and red. I don't know whether you can see, but that's not a good colour, and they're all split. I mean, my eczema was already terrible, and I already washed my hands ridiculous amounts of time, but this lock-in down. No, it's not lock-in. Lock-ins are much more fun. Is havoc on my hands. And then when my hands hurt, it's hard to concentrate. Oh, it's good. You went into it totally blind and you liked it. I don't... When someone says, oh, the leg being missing reminded me of Tusk, it does not want to make me want to see the film. I do not like films where people lose limbs. So, you know, if you're not going to tell me why it's good, then I'm not going to watch it anyway, so. Or I'll just look it up later. Alright, what have you been doing? You watched TV for a while, then Dr. Truman showed me some of the terms of this bill. It's kind of... You'll want to look it over yourself, I think. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Well? This isn't my leg. Not your, of course it's your leg. It looks wrong. You replaced it. I haven't encountered this reaction before. It's not totally unheard of. I read a paper about something like this last year. It can happen for a lot of reasons. Neurological, psychological, social. I'm sure it won't persist in your case. Blurry bony leg, yeah. Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous. From the neuropnol TM. That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or so, regardless. Conway stares remotely at his leg. Let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. How long am I going to be recovering? Well, at your age, I want to be clear. You should expect lingering effects of the injury for more or less the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water. Avoid extremes of temperature. I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lions as much as possible. Mountain lions? Good advice in any context. It's not gory, it's a horror film. Okay, but legs... yeah. All I'm thinking of is like Delicatessen meets that film where, what's it, 127 hours? Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris. What do I clean it with? Only clean your leg with the soft cloth moistened with water or isopropylene alcohol. What did they do to my leg? You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. I put a solvent on my leg! So do you have any questions? Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. Tell them about the payment plan in the bill. Oh, right. Yeah, tell them about the payment plan in the bill. Ah, yes, it's one of the atypical clauses. I don't really have any control over the bill now that the Consolidated Power Company bought my employer. They handle everything. So it all runs through your electricity bill now. You can pay it back in full on your next billing cycle, or you can get on an energy credit payment plan. You'd have to call Consolidated for more detail about that. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity to send back into the grid. Oh, one more thing. Don't be alarmed if you experience any side effects of the neuropnol TM. Typically, we see daydreaming, déjà vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Oh my god! Someone gave me neuropnol TM! Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep it in mind. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside, we can head back to your truck. Okay, can I have my leg back first though? Because this is weird. I don't think I shut the window, that's why I'm cold. 2 seconds. Museum of Dwellings. Yes, also hard to stop dogs gnawing on it, leaky indeed. Sorry, I just thought I'd get my, Alright, talk to Blue. Yeah, I only have one leg now. Guess the rain stopped. Alright, okay. You get respect there? Don't feel much rested myself. I'm tired most of the time these days. Okay. Shannon. Now, how are the drugs treating you? I don't like to take medicine. Nah, that's good for you. He's a doctor, right? I know what you mean, though. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for me most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested. We just learned to pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected or our migraines were too much to handle, Mum would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, and usually another minor, and end up with some pills, and instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions, like all this lore that came with it. Like magic, dangerous, mysterious. Weaver's folks couldn't help. Yeah, they had pretty good health care through the university for a while there. A couple of times they'd swing something, so I got a bit of whatever Weaver needed. In high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions, mind racing, like 5 conversations going on ahead at once. And you're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know? So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school too. Failing in my history class, she offered to share the pills. Did it help? At first, yeah, it helped a lot. I had a kind of presence and clarity of purpose that I've already had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. One day I was sitting on my bed, my notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook, and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remember this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly with such precision, I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I'd recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment. My mum patching up the side of a birdcage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image and that sound, the cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping and knotting, scraping copper against paint like boiling a rubber violin with a railroad tire. My parents came back from the triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with a 1,000-yard stare. Yeah, that's what happens when you take amphetamines without a prescription. So, what's the plan here? I don't know. What do you think? Well, we've got to get back on the zero and bring those documents back to the clerk at the bureau. Scruff! Greetings, my fella. How you doing? Did you get your game finished yesterday? I'm so sorry I didn't watch the stream. I was just feeling absolutely shit. And yeah, absolutely shit. Sorry. Was it good? That seemed like a very short game. That was what, 3 sessions? I'm not trying to get here. The entrance to the farmhouse was gone. Oh, so that's at the gas station. Oh, 5 hours. Wow. Sure, okay, worth the shot. Okay. Truck. It's time to go. There's an achievement for beating the game in under 2 hours? Jeez. That is a pretty short game. But I suppose it depends on how much... where am I going? Gas station. Was that horse there? The truck's engine sputters and dies as Conway glides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. Great. People have beaten it in less than an hour on the hardest difficulty too. Jeez. Oh, Act 2, Scene 2. A tree. That was fun. Well, I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you got to stream yesterday. No. I mean, I don't know if Ray's actually here. I think she's lurking. And I don't think Jessie's here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cool. I mean, it looked fun. I don't think I'd want to play it myself, but nothing to be done. Can you take a look at it? I guess I could poke around in there, but I don't know a damn thing about engines. Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? It's on top of a hill, so I get the picture. Aww, that's not weird, that's cute. Oh, okay, fair enough. The gang is all here. Woohoo! Yeah. Though it may just be because people are auto hosting. But yes. Dan, Paul, Leaky, Ray, Jesse, Scruff, Streamjar, Angelus Keyboard, Alkush, and Dopey. Woo! If you're looking, it's fine. I just was reading off the gang. I get the picture. Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? I drove past it yesterday. Mino isn't here. He's sitting on your bed. Well, technically he's near. What were you doing out here yesterday? What was I doing out here yesterday? That's what I asked you. Maybe it was a dream. I dreamed that... Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? Oh, it wasn't giving up. Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're my stream times. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. UK. Any other time is bonus, and I didn't feel like I was giving up. I would have liked to have watched you, but I didn't have the brain to do that. But yeah, no, please don't feel like you have to like fight for stream time. If you're streaming, say I'm streaming here, and then that's great. If people aren't streaming, I tend to fill in gaps, but I want everyone to get a chance, because I know that some games don't work for co-streaming, and sometimes you just want to play something through and give it attention. But yeah, there's only so many days in the week, but I don't need all of them. I'm glad you got your streams. Oh God, all stream at once and let the free market decide. It's not Fight Club, Dan. Though we should try and get some Overcooked streaming in at some point. Stream Royale. That actually makes more sense, doesn't it, Alkesh? That's better. I don't know why I thought Fight Club. What I was thinking was Battle Royale, but I didn't actually say that. Okay, so Lucky Boot, Mercadec, or Random Flyer. Let's go for Random Flyer, because why not? Worth a shot. I'll give him a call. I hope I can get a signal out here. Paul, you do it for the company, not the streams, not the views. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Hi, hello, we've got an old, I want to say diesel, old truck just stalled out. Oh, inaudible sleepy. Did I wake you? Your card says open 23 hours a day. Inaudible, inquisitive. Yeah, that's why I'm calling, exactly, that's all. Apologetic. No, it's okay. We just need to get an auto shop and get this taken care of. Cool. Well, depending on who's up for it, Paul's working the next 5 weekends, of course. Well, we can do evenings. We can do weekend days. Easter, Friday day? Would Friday day work? Because I think we're having a party. Online party, obviously. Friday night. But, afternoon? Ah, crap. Sorry. You working Easter Friday? It's a bank holiday. This Friday is Good Friday. Oh, right, okay, sorry. I was thinking that you might actually get a bank holiday off. My apologies, Scruff. Okay, so, right. Evenings next 5 weekends, so, okay. Well, we could do an evening. Um, the only day you're closed is Christmas Day. Jeez. Do you get extra holiday then to make up for working bank holidays? Or extra pay or something? No? Pa. Anyway, I'm free. Aside from, I think, Friday night. And sometime I'm playing the weekend with Daisy. But if you two work out between yourself when works, and then Leaky, if you're up for joining, we could do a UK Overcooked. Um, but I'm flexible. I'll fit in with everyone else. So if you just let me know when works. Just not next Thursday because I'm doing a co-stream with Paul. We've got another Artifacts Monday game for you. Um, Concerned. Thanks for the offer, but we really just need a toe, is that all? Meticulous. Is that like some kind of naval thing? I don't know. We're off 65 somewhere, just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. Ooh, tangential. Okay, well, I don't know any of those people, but that does sound like the right area. Yes, you do, Leaky. Monday? Fight it out with Ross for a Monday? I mean, I'm happy to give up Thursday if you want to do Thursday. I'm not massively attached to doing a Thursday stream if I don't need to. Right. Okay. Well, Wednesday we're doing... tomorrow we're doing Division, right? Cool. So that works for that. Yeah. Ah, you're playing the Division 2 DLC with some folks from work on Thursday. On the Xbox or the PC? Ah, cool. So you bought the Warlords, or is this the Season Pass? The Season 1, whatever it was called. Indulgent. Okay, my pleasure. How long do you think you'll be? Distant traffic sounds. Hello? Oh, the Warlords thing. Cool. Well, you'll have to let us know if it's worth it. And then also probably play it again with us if we get it. What about Dan's crab stream? Well, I did try and get Dan to do a stream. Dan's supposed to be streaming Mass Effect for us because it is backwards compatible and therefore streamable. I'm happy to work around anyone's streams when anyone wants to stream. I'm just trying to keep entertained, to be perfectly honest. So whatever works, whatever works. Just let me know, okay? Alright, talk to Ezra. Are you bored? Are you? Yeah, most of the time. Let's play a game. What would you like to play? We can tell the future with this little tree branch. It's pretty easy. We just break off all the little sticks on each section and count through the different things that could happen. Oh yeah, sunshine. Okay, what could we ask? What should we ask? It should be about you. I can't do both the counting out and the questions. What kind of job will I have next? Ezra snaps the smaller branches away, one at a time, counting out possibilities. Doctor, lawyer, taxman, driver. Driver. Okay, what else? What kind of bed. How will I travel in the future? How will I travel in the future? Ezra snapped the smaller branches so we went out of time counting out possibilities. Motorbike, motorboat, horseback, hearse, old truck, new truck. New truck. These other branches are too bare. Don't worry about it too much, it's just a bunch of sticks. Blue! I wish Julian wasn't so busy right now. He's got a lot of houses to carry still. I wish I could help more. Shannon. Yeah, retro streams would be cool. But yeah, no, Scruff, just let me know when you wanna, and then I'll make sure that I don't consider a stream, but just so we can, we should maybe get a calendar working again for it. Unless you just want to do whichever days, and just let us know. Look over the road map again. I've stood out there too long already. Why'd you get that old map anyway? Found it at the shop. Yeah, whatever's good. Oh, I bet it's an antique or something. Does it even match reality anymore? I bet there are some old roads on there that are all grown over by now. My parents bought their first car here. It came with a map. I used to sit in the back and pore over it. Antaria Remedio saw me looking at it, I guess, and a few days later she gave me a map she'd bought from Colombia. It looked almost hand-painted, deep, vibrant colours and rough borderlines, like anxious brushstrokes, really pretty. I'd slowly trace the coastline with my finger, like I was walking on the beach, and say, here we'll swim, here we'll start a fire, here we'll find a cave in the cliff face and go live among the bats for a while. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again, no point just standing around. Cool. Yes, PVC question. We've got so many things to do. I mean, we're probably going to be locked down for more weeks anyway. I just want to get my 15 on crab first before we start doing extra stuff. That thing's been broken for years. So we get to find out what station you had it tuned to when it went out. Snapshot of a younger man's tastes. Do you remember what it was? Some college station. Well, I'm sure we'll find something to listen to on the road. Distant motorcycle engine. Well, you got my Mass Effect achievement to put you at 14. Is this the right way? I don't recognise these trees. Oh, Junebug! What's to recognise? A bunch of trees. Just these trees are quiet. Usually you'd head birds. Wind, squirrel, something. Doesn't seem so quiet right now. Cool. You're nearly there then, Dan. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm a little bored. I'll work some chord progressions in my head for a while or something. How far out are we? I don't know. 20 minutes? Oh, are we there yet? Ah, stuff. Addy's not going to be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway. Hey, is this... Hang on, Junebug's the... I'll tell him about the frog. Ah, you won't understand. Did you not have far to go in it, or you just been working on it loads, Dan? More than all the silver and gold of the sun. Yeah, you got to stream 15. I'll leave poetry to the professionals. That was about the set. Yeah, I guess. No, we're good. We know how to play, just... Then what? Back on the road? That's what I mean, back on the road. And then what? So, these are the people that were supposed to sing in the production. Hi! They look like they could use some help. You gonna fix it up for them, Johnny? I don't know, wrench from my castle prod, I thought maybe you. So how are the people from the play suddenly in the thing? I guess it's up to some good smiles. Okay, we'll help them. You're the best, and hey, maybe if they're not busy, they can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try and bilk us on our feet. Which was it? It was a planet one, wasn't it? Yeah, someone drove the thing through the fourth wall. Um, was that him? Going pretty fast, whoever they were. I bet they're getting chased by something. I want to say Vermeer, but I don't think it was Vermeer. I think it was a snowy planet that you take a long way to get up and you get... Oh, there's that spider. Oh no, it was Vermeer. Okay. That's not too far. Which one is 15 going to be? Maybe they just have someone on board to be. Definitely getting chased by something. Oh, they came back. Who'd... Ah! Yes, actually. Stay here. Careful, he's wicked with strangers. Achoo! Ha, you. Who's chasing you? Caden is awesome. Well, you're doing Ashley on the Paramount. Oh, it's just so pedestrian, Dan. I remember playing the first Mass Effect. It was the first, like, long game that I'd sort of played and succeeded on my own. And I remember that scene. And me and Caden, and it was like, whoa. Ah, Caden was my favourite. In the first game, anyway. He was really annoying in the third game. Caden's my love muffin. The only time I ever saved Ashley was when I had to get her achievement for doing the missions. And I liked the lifts. I liked the game. The first game was awesome. I played it through 3.5 times. Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. Dinosaur! Sure, something like that. Listen, we've got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? Probably from space! I always said you fell from heaven, Mum. Otherworldly. It's unmistakable. Now, here's another question for you. Do you like music? Do you like music? Sometimes I like to... Of course you do. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea! We're just trying to get back on the Zero. The Zero, is that a fact? The Zero? Hush, Cricket. You folks are in luck. I happen to know just where you're going, and I'm happy to lead you there. We've been down there many a time riding this baby. Ooh, the vicious cycle. I like that. That's what we call our bike. Do I like music? I mean, that's such a wide-ranging question. I like cheesy pop. I like musicals. We call it the vicious cycle. Pretty tough, huh? Only, it's just... See, we have a regular booking tonight, and well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told them. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder, and if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well... he'll go a penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have one song prepared. You'll come down to the gig, won't you? Of course we will. To Johnny. Of course they will. Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry, old lady? I think I've got a crust in the sidecar here. Death metal to no doubt. I like it. I mean, I have the Numma Numma song, and Hungry Like the Wolf, and What Does the Fox Say, and Happy, you know, also Supermassive Black Hole. I have such a weird collection, but it's mostly cheesy pop. But yes, do you like food? Do you like films? Do you like games? It's like such a generic question. Dragosintinte! Yeah, the Numma Numma song! Oh my god, I can still picture that stupid little video. The guy was very talented though, he made his eyebrows dance. But Johnny here saw you folks were in trouble. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by old Charlie Moran Highway, just east of 65. Yes. What does the fox say? Happy, happy, happy guy. Happy, happy, happy guy. What does the fox say? Sorry. I do like that song. Played it at my birthday. It's a good song. I also... Was I singing it to Evie? I think I was singing it to my niece at one point. We usually take a right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. Okay, oh, we're going to get directions anyway. Alright, but anyway, by the Charlie Moran Highway, just east off 65, right after the petting zoo. Let's see about that truck of yours. You want the Ding Dong song to be your funeral song? Oh. Well, it's now recorded for posterity that Scruff wants the Ding Dong song to be his funeral song. Is that because you're a ding dong? Also, what the bleeding hell is a Ding Dong song? I feel certain we can get it running. We're going to Equus first. You thought Leaky was singing Crazy Frog. Okay, hang on. We've just got to... The Ding Dong song by Gunther and the Sunshine Girls. Okay, alright. No, I can't put it on because otherwise it'll, I'll get a weird ass echo. So I will save it for later. Oh! I don't think he was singing Crazy Frog. I think he was most definitely... Wake the computer. Games! Directory listing for games. Psychotherapist. Sports medicine professional 1973. Oh, play psychotherapist! Loading psychotherapist. Ready? Run! I am the psychotherapist. Please describe your problems. I'm lost. Do you enjoy being lost? I don't have much to compare it to. That's quite interesting. I'd like to try an exercise now. Please close your eyes and ask another person to read the following text aloud. It's summer. You are sitting in a very long hall on a backless stool. The seat is upholstered in fake leather, slicked with condensation. You shift your weight uncomfortably. At the other end of the long hall, a ceiling fan beats out the rhythm of seconds. Blue dabba dee dabba da dabba dee dabba da dabba dee dabba da. Is that the one you mean, Scruff? Yes. That was very much... You're just describing like the summer of like my GCSE A levels. Like high school is basically these kinds of songs. I don't know the words of that. Yes, I'm blue, sings the dog in this game. Sings the dog in this game. When she gets a cool treat. The air in the very long hall is still. You need a shave. You feel 3 rough whiskers curled over your upper lip. You shift your weight on the slick leather seat and exhale gently to displace the 3 rough whiskers curled over your upper lip. The very long hall is silent except for the ceiling fan beating out the rhythm of seconds, the noise of your breath as you exhale gently to displace the 3 rough whiskers curled over your upper lip. Your tongue is burnt. Perhaps you drank some coffee too quickly. Within the last several days, your mouth is dry and the lights are slowly dimming. Oh, it says I'm not supposed to read this part aloud. Okay, it's over. Direct your listing for games. That was really weird. Aside from the metal part, I think you pretty much nailed my music taste too, Scruff. Play Sports Medicine Professional 1973. Loading Sports Medicine Professional 1973. Ready, run. February 1973. Status Senior. GPA 3.0. Effect Bored. A. Study. B. Hit the bar. C. Explore the forest. Forest. The first album I ever bought was I got Now 36, and I think it was called Gorgeous. It was a pink album and it had a pink heart on it. One of the songs on it was Yorgeous by Baby Bird, I believe. I bought them at the same time. Why can I not remember the name of this thing? It's like the one thing that I always remember. I've probably got it down here. Or maybe not, maybe it's up there. I don't know. It's somewhere. I think it was called Gorgeous. Anyway. I also have the 5 albums. And, oh, you were 9. Okay, fine, I was not. I was a teenage girl. Gorgeous by Baby Bird was one of the songs, but it was a compilation CD. Hang on. I've probably got it in my iTunes. Because it also had some other ones on it. Bear with me 2 seconds. I also bought like 5 and Britney Spears and Steps after that, but no, there was these 2 particular albums. There was That's What I Call Music, and it was like 63 or something like that. Oh, and 911, I love 911. Ah, yes, it was called Gorgeous. Various artists. And Now 36 was the other one. I just remember specifically buying those 2. That song may have been on that, but that wasn't it was called Gorgeous, the album, and it's pink and it's got a heart on the front of it. It also had Mark Owen's Child and various of the songs on it. But I specifically remember Baby Bird's Gorgeous and various other songs. That was it. I'll find it out and stick it in the Discord. Ah. Well, yes, 1997. Yeah, that's probably right. Yes, that is exactly it. The first song was Baby Bird, You're Gorgeous, and it has Spice Girls and E17 and yes, Kiss from a Rose. It's one of my favourite karaoke's. And 911. Yeah, that one, and I believe Now 36 came out at the same time. So those are the two albums that I bought first. And I always remember that, even though it was back in 1997. They were the first CDs. I think I borrowed a Kylie Minogue album. Okay, it's raining, and mud is everywhere on the wings of owls and the gels of stray dogs, borrowing shelter with other mammals, then waking up late, damp and cold, waiting for the bus with other mammals. March 1973. Status, hiker. GPA 3.0. Affect, bored. A, study. B, hit the bar. C, explore the forest. Now 21? Jeez, that must have been on cassette tape. Bar. It's dead tonight. Shots. The bartender has her kids this weekend, which she's looking forward to. April 73. Status, hiker. GPA 3.0. Effect, pensive. A, study. B, hit the bar. C, explore the forest. We should probably do some studying. Ha. I used to be a great tire alone on the street. You remain the light on the dark side of me. The eyes become large and the light that you shine can be seen. Baby, you compare me to a kiss from a rose on the breeze. Ooh, the more I think of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Light hits the groove on the way. Da 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 da. Sorry, I don't know all the words, but I do like that song. The only CDs that I've kept on my banner with my or that I wanted to keep. I think there's some on my mum's still, but I wanted to load them into Lips because you need to load in a bunch of songs, and I haven't done that yet. Yes, you are very young compared to us, Lotscraft. Wet, wet, wet. Jesus Christ, Dan. Are you dating yourself? I don't actually know when that was out. You've lost some of your CDs? Oh, no. Okay. Strains of the rotator cuff tendons can be very painful and may require the prescription of pain-relieving medicine in addition to rest and icing. May 73. Status hiker. GPA 3.85. Effect pensive. It's time to make a decision. A, graduate. B, hitchhike across the country. C, live in a tree. Live in a tree. It's cold, damp, always damp. Nothing tastes or smells right. Impossible to relax. Always on guard against the neighbours and the elements. Bewildering. Score, hiker. Directly listed for games. Or I can play it again. I don't want to play it again. Exit games. Ah, Lost Odyssey soundtrack, cool. Yeah, I didn't own... I didn't buy any cassettes because that wasn't a thing. I had some stuff on cassettes. Well, okay, I suppose technically the first album I owned was James Galway's Flute Music. His birthday was like the day after mine. But that doesn't really count. I had Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl and The Twits on audiobook. But the first album I bought myself was, well, the first two albums were Now 36 and Gorgeous, the compilation, so that's pretty cool. Message 1 is from helpdesk at rustarchives.mail. Message 2 is from accountants at consolidated.mail. Did we read these already? I'm going to read message 1 again. From helpdesk. Subject: requested articles. Message: Dear Mr. Huitree, the articles you've requested have been retrieved from storage and are ready for examination. They will be held at your convenience in our primary branch until the end of the month. You may visit us between sundown and sunrise at your night facility. We are an easy 3 gestures from the bureau: clockwise to the anchor, counterclockwise to the whirlpool, then briefly clockwise. Regards. Okay. So that's some more directions. I'm too tired to do directions, I just want to finish this chapter. Ha! Solely to annoy your sister. Fair enough. Purple Dot Martins. Fair enough. Wonderwall. Oh my god, yeah. Subject: account resolution options. Urgent. Message: Dear Equus Oils, this is an urgent automated message regarding your overdue account. Your current account status is dire. New resolution options are available to you in one of our in-person account resolution centres. To ensure your account is resolved without interruption, visit us at your convenience. From the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces, head clockwise for quite some time until you reach the Scarecrow. Then turn around and go back to the Bat Feeder. Turn around and it's a short clockwise drive on your right. Sincerely, your friends at the Consolidated Power Company. Okay. Okay. So we finished being nosy at the computer. Go down the stairs again. I've still only got one working leg. Joseph! Truck sounds like it's kind of running rough there. Better keep an eye on it. We're all running a little rough these days. Well, that's you and me anyway. Close to the finish line than the start. Seems it gets a little bumpier as you go. Ha. I think I'm paranoid. We've been to the Zorro. I figured. Well, listen, I wish you luck, but I don't really want to talk anymore about that. Bad memories. Glad to hear you're on your way, though. Do you have any games on your computer? Hey, you know what, I might. My niece works nights at the hospital and she swung by for a lunch break an hour or two ago. She's kind of a... She doesn't talk a whole lot, but I like her company. I heard her typing away in there. You might take a look. Oh, killing in the name of... Jeez. Better get going. Okay. I mean, my high school was basically just like Spice Girls, because my best friend loved Spice Girls. Tea. They head back into the night. Wow! What was that, 30 years? What's down there? Oh no, that's the radio. Alright, Rust Archives, Consolidated Power Office, Lower Depths. I still don't know where bloody Dogwood Drive is. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, my first year at uni was 2000, so. So I was 18 in 2000. For reference. Doesn't feel right. Feels dead here. Or like something just once died, anyway. Nottingham! Oh, yeah! Oh, if you've got Disney Plus, they've got the animated Robin Hood on there. Freaking awesome. Hard times. Oh, we're going into the play. Kind of late. Are you sure they're open? Sure they're open. This is one of those places. Let's head on in. We are not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, Ma. Who said it? A poet. So we're now walking into a play, possibly. Mom, I hate to say, but the cupboard is bare. Have some vision cricket. We've got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less. What kind of music do you play? It's kind of like Toronto Cole meets Ike Towner with a woman lead, and the keyboards are kind of ambient whisper wave. Just a bit more reverb. There's some Dolly Crowan in there too, like the early stuff before she joined the Sheet Swingers. Better drum programming though. I don't know who those people are. Well, you'll hear in a minute. Ow, my finger hurts. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes in my finger. 5. There's not meant to be any holes in my finger. Where's my leg? Ugh, all I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Got any coffee going? No coffee. Hard Times whiskey. Feeling towards exit. Say, shut the damn door, would you? I can't afford to run the AC all night. You think you're in Nottingham for New Year's 2002? Alright, 2000 was first year, 2001 was second year. I was in France for 2002 New Year's. Or possibly home. But that was my year in France. 2002, 2003. No, that's not what you meant. You want the other one. No, that was my second year. Oh. That was the one where I got stranded outside Nottingham and someone's mum had to give me a lift back into town because I didn't know the trains didn't run on New Year's Day. That was funny. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night just waiting for musicians. Where is everyone? Everyone had to, clear out. Oh, excuse me. Let's go get set up, huh? There's no one here to listen to it. Can't pay for... We brought some people, Harry. Crowd is forming. Yeah, but also I... Couldn't use a break, Harry. Been on my feet all day. But I... Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox catalogue of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. Where's my leg? Everyone, where's my leg? Why is my leg a yellow bone? How's it looking out there? How are you all feeling tonight? Can we get a bit more reverb in the monitors? Harry, adjust the soundboard behind the bar. How's that? Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 50. Lamentation, lamentation. Sounds good. How's everyone doing? Anyone had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Yeah, real bad. We'll try not to make it too much worse. This is a song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were just riding around. You know, you like to drive around, old man? That's my job. Of course you do. So we were out riding around and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was a real dive, busted up facade. Weeds in the parking lot. Taps all dry. Butts in the barroom. And run by this creaky bag of bones looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey now. So we stopped for an early drink and there was a lady singing right here on stage, and the song she sang, well, it stuck with us. And now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal and she had a voice like Scotch whiskey, and we just hope we do her song justice. So here it is, Too Late to Love You. Let's hope they didn't eat the bat. Yeah, indeed. Okay, the roof is disappearing. Junebug and Johnny play Too Late to Love You. I'll let them get on with it. Shooting star. Shooting star. reminds me of Virginia, this video game does. That was also super weird. But yeah, video game version of Twin Peaks, that's about right. No, we've not got Crab yet, and Scruff grown. And I saw something about reminds you of a song that was on in the common room or something, but you typed the same word twice, Leaky, so I have no idea what you said. Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I'd say the crowd was into it. Reverential. Rapt. I guess the usual fear's about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, that's just the... damn it, I was trying to tell you to. I can't pay. They clean me out. I've got nothing left but a damn IOU from the distillery. An IOU? Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess I had some surplus credit, so I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been a hell of a trade. I had to. Gotta keep this place open somehow. God damn it. Your baker's dying trying to build the peaks from your VOD. Did you squeal a lot, Scrap? Say, we just need to get pointed towards the 0. Oh god. What's that? You know what they're talking about? Tell you what, you point my friends and I to the 0 and we'll call it even. You said you knew how to get there. No, I don't believe that's exactly what I said. It is exactly what you said. Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been myself, but I hear... people hear things. Rumours. Do you know another way to Dogwood Drive? Dogwood? Get a letter, did you? I've got a stack of them. Well, okay. Sounds like the 0's your only course now. Harry, you're alright. If only. You got a radio in your car? Yep. Well, here's what you gotta do. Take a left out the parking lot, and then just fiddle around on your dial until you hear something familiar, but... I mean, familiar, but strange. You know the feeling like I used to go hunt with my uncle out in the mountains, and now I watch these nature programs? They're filmed in the mountains, and there's a deer, and I know all the plants and every kind of tree, but something just doesn't look right. Multi-track recording and 2 to 3 hours long. Yeah, you probably just texted a little bit. And Jesse, I did see. I was talking to Paul about it earlier. Oh, did you beach balls? Alright, and it's even stranger for being kind of close to familiar, something like that. You know when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial, drive for a bit, and then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean, right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for. Eventually. Always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? Aww. Okay. That was weird. So, turn left, and then fiddle with the dial. This station doesn't quite match that Barton's, so it's probably weird though. Let's keep scanning. He said we'd know it when we heard it. Yeah, my videos, I've just had whatever settings on and I get gigs and gigs and gigs of videos. What's this station? I've never heard this before. Sounds like horses. Horses running a race? Charlie and I used to go to races sometime. Charlie, he was your boss's kid, right? The one who, yeah, must be some memories there then. Well, that fits familiar but strange for me. Harry said we just drive until it cuts out. I have some actual horses. 6 terabytes is not excessive, no. The horses. Okay. The Hall of the Mountain King. I mean, I keep them. I've archived them off into my second hard drive. Act 3, Scene 5. But I'm never going to do anything with them. At some point, I will get rid of them. Hall of the Mountain King. Why are we going to the Hall of the Mountain King? It just popped up, so that's why I went there, but... Bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. What do you suppose happened here? Some kind of storm washed it away? Don't see much weather down here, though. Time to cut my loose, man. Oh no, I'm having fun. Ah, okay. Slow night anyway. Now I just remember Grieg. Hall of the Mountain King. Bloody witness challenge. Oh, a loop of decaying rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over the fine dust. Computers. As you do. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously over the rocks. Pet carrier. Pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. Calcified rag wadded in the corner may have once been a blanket. Backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Yay! Alright, bonfire crackles reverberates. Look at the fire. Stare deep into the fire. Pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the centre of the chamber. Amy. Hi, Amy. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you were too young to recognise the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interest at heart, while really... in love with a young woman as well, and so you agreed to help him conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. What are you talking about? No, you're right, it's insipid, derivative. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hot, bodice-ripping stuff, you know. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment, just me and my thesaurus steaming up the windows. I'm not sure she'd be listening to this, kid. I'm not listening. But of course it couldn't last. You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that, inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. So I went back to university and I studied human-computer interaction. And I picked up Donald's research assistant here as a tester, debugging. In my off hours I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. It seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality, the bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Woman in tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. Old man. Donald puffs on a smouldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? What's that song? Oh, you've cut over to my absent-minded warbling. It's just a song from my youth. Something a dear friend used to sing to herself as we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky where my love, a lovely home did build for me, and where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. From there on it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is, what were we talking about? What's that computer over there? Looks pretty vintage. Looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some sort of beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot or to flower. No, it's no wonder a computer. I've modified it extensively and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. And that's to say nothing of the software, but you look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffuse-based transistor circuitry? Sounds like it would short circuit. Certainly, but not all of it. Some mouldy filaments are more or less conductive than others. When it grows in a non-linear, chaotic patterns, we can guide it a bit. Through a simple application of classical horticulture, we can't produce specific results, only tendencies. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings! But we are mere gardeners in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels, boundless and bare. The caves stretch far away. We are too late, always too late. What? Did you say something? You were about to tell us about the software. Oh, the software, my life's work. Xanadu, you've heard of it? Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as Post-Structural Witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. Donald sighs dramatically and takes a puff from his pipe. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. The mould accumulated on the circuitry Xanadu blossomed for a moment to something holy and enchanted, and then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something, and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? Drive deliveries for a small antique shop and we're closing down. Shuffling round the dusty ghosts of antiquity. Well, I have my own ghosts and I keep them in there. In Xanadu, it's running on that glorious dusty machine. Take a look if you'd like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce anyway. Far too late to do anything. Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, could it... Now I'm getting excited ahead of myself. I've got it. How would you characterize this space, the one we're standing in now? Kinda spooky, but I'm not scared. Spooky for a baby. I think we'd all agree that's a fair assessment. How could... Wait, let's unpack that for a moment. What makes it so spooky? No, how do you know it's spooky or would be spooky for a baby? The huge fire. Mysterium trendium. It sends the shadows scattering, momentarily lights the mouths of unseen tunnels. That fire is constantly reshaping my... Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Okay. Good. Now, you're standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointing. Sorry to disappoint. No, it's my fault. I shouldn't be so attached to the future. It's always getting in the way of my work. Better be in the moment, carefully observing and documenting, with no attachment. Let me give you an example. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing, someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labour instead of taking their authorial work for granted. Authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me it'd be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions in the computer. And I've put in the hours, believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking or writing or exploring. Often, in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write. And all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. Oh, there's a gate. To Xanadu. The Kubla Khan. That was a poem. Xanadu. The kingdom is in peril! Ha! Well, what else is new? Do you work here? Work? You could call it that. I gather old circuit boards and throw them in the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cool into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Enchanted jewelry. Talismans. A magic mirror that prevents the future. A magic shield that protects the bearer from age. A magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. And then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with it, academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally now I carry the firewood into senescence. The kingdom is in peril. Okay, she's gone loopy. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. A closet-side wall of knobs and wires looms from behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognisable component. Just look up Xanadu. Let me in, phone! Stupid peeling fingers means I've got no bloody fingerprints. Well, it's a movie. A bad movie. Ah, Coleridge's Kubla Khan, 1816. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. It was a weird one. It was An opium-influenced dream, and then someone knocked on the door and disturbed him, and he never finished it. That's what I remember. Okay. How do you think we get it started? This old thing. Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. Wow, Act 3, Scene 6. Xanadu. Not entirely sure these have been going in order, but hey, if as long as we get to the end of Act 3, and then, well, it's 10 o'clock. 2 hours and we're still not at the end of Act 3. We'll call it an early night and maybe get some sleep. It's Den of Ardor. I'm standing at the end of around you is ha! This thing is in rough shape. Do these switches do anything? Conway flips an unlabeled switch. We are standing at the end of the road. Small for around you. Okay, that's gross. It kind of looks like a house, type house. That's really cool. In bleed out? Oh, in bled quit. No? This is not a good noise. You are in bled quit. A noise west passage with swim everywhere. Mueller removed the computer, crying on their backs and being that the scripts and everything was on there. That's it, really. I got nice and easy spot. Some new from the school. My usual ones times much. Joseph has his 21 the punch cards he's transcribed for the typewriter papers. And you've got how's your back hole? Damn, I can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have like multiple gals. Old systems like this one can build up a magnetic field that sort of whoops everything along whatever track it's settled into, you know? The gals that goes that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around until it's really. That's why I like to think anyway, like shaking the snow below. What a shot. Oh, thank God, that worked. Or it did something. Hall of the Mountain King. After what might have been me stumbling onto a tunnel, cave, well, look, stalactite on the ceiling, almost in the center like an enormous hot spirit. It's where you set up your experiment. Premature and defiled, but this is a lost cause. Piece of junk. Ow, my ears. Yeah, it makes the ears sound nice indeed, Leaky. Act 3, Scene 7. Hall of the Mountain King. Bizarre. Oh, what was that about Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. You're leaning on my arm. Arm asleep. Ow. Arm asleep. Fingers hurt. Trying to remember to put cream on tonight. But it never makes a difference. So, seen it for yourself, what's left of it. Is that the end? And chalky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There was so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions, the bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering, clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. What did they look like? They looked like... Oh no, it's too horrible. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. There. Act 3 has 13 scenes. Oh god. Oh, they were always too much. I shouldn't be, they're strange. I should never try to outwit them. They were always too much for me, but it's too late now. If I'd listened to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? We're looking for her now. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together, did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Lula is gone from here, but, Donna points across the cave with his pipe. Still in there, in Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now, how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn Tangle highway, but Xanadu, before its ruin, was as faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. Until... but maybe... those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've spent many eager seconds to negotiate with them to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel, push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal and then to mud. Then you will lay out. That's where the strangers come from. Oh, leave me alone. I still have a bit of mould in my pipe and a few dreams left. Well, they seem to be some seem to be short scenes. It was a half-an-hour play at the beginning that was irritating. There we are, scene 8. Where the strangers come from. Well, it's a good thing this is the only thing I was planning on streaming today. That's a graveyard. There's 4 audio tracks. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. We're missing someone. Worth a look inside, I guess. I want to stay outside. Okay. I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. We can look for lizards! Okay, we'll make it quick. Where's the other dude? Epitaph is engraved on the stone marker. Ed Cochran. Generous disposition will be missed. Okay. HT8191-T. Fill date June 29th. Notes of almond. Matthew Dunamal and Joshua Beale. I think you two would really have liked each other. HT1892B, fill date June 24th, weird finish. Joe Hughes, always had a far-off look, probably still does. HT1982E, fill date August 1st, aftertaste of rainwater. Whit Baranger, or Zellenkimmensee. HT1892-N, fill date September 8th, sweet and fungal. Andy J. Watson, would have wanted it this way. HT8192-Q, fill date September 9th, maple/turpentine. Rasmus Anderson, should have said something. HT8192-X, fill date November 1st, sense of foreboding. Unknown, seemed reasonable. HT1892-Y, fill date November 2nd, easy on the nose. Finally lizards. One, but it went into a rock. There's lizards for you. Is that guy your boyfriend? Nah, what's boyfriend anyway? It's a word people use because everyone else does, doesn't mean anything to me. He's my cricket. See? It means something, it's specific. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard, and here the kid your age would be in bed. You just got to make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about half a foot shorter and all grey and no eyes. They were going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. Bunch of grey shadows shuddling, hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some old gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over again. We knew we weren't miners. We slipped out on the road, just these two featureless shadows, and ever since that night we've been detailing, colouring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. I feel more like myself when it's just me and Julian. Well there, now you're getting specific. There you are. What do you find in there? It wasn't... Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. Right, okay, we got what you need. Let's go. What on earth happened in there? There we go, Act 3, Scene 9. Smashing through these. It's like 4 scenes in 10 minutes. Hall of the Mountain King! Trace an orbit round the world and close your eyes with holy dread. For we on mould and mist you fed and drank from rivers down below. We found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the visions will return. What have you found? Specific phrase. You need to turn it off and then on again! They say you need to unplug it for a while. Unplug, of course, restore the software to its initial state, let it course again through the moldy circuits, fresh, rejuvenated, ready to thrive. Well, then unplug it. By all means, do not hesitate to unplug the machine. Turn it off and turn it on again. That had to be the solution. Wouldn't you agree, Leaky? That noise sounds like bed springs. Okay. I'll just unplug it and wait a minute, I guess. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. Scene 10. Xanadu. Elegant, lively synthesizer music. Xanadu. At end of road. You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Check out the building. Check out the building. Enter building. Inside building. You are inside a building, a storage shed for the National Park Service. There is a sensible modern electric lantern nearby. Get the lantern. Taken. Exit building. Enter forest. That's not something you can enter. Just type a direction. North. In forest. You are in open forest with a deep valley to one side. Can we climb a tree? I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Sorry. Can we dig a hole? You can't see any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. You're in forest. Hey, it's a maze. South, east, north, west. West. You're in forest. Lulu is here, soldering replacement components in a small handmade radio. Oh, we should talk to her. Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It's working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Lulu hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. You're in forest. Joseph is here, tapping with a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small grey kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. Maybe he has something to say. Donald! I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his fingers along the index card he's been tapping on from right to left. Long, weary song, drearily gone, dearly gone. You beat in a melancholy shuffle through those woods, Donald. I've been noting down the sounds of the forest with an ear for speech and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punched cards. At edge of hole. You are at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your upper back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulders has slipped into the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Yell into the hole first to see if they're pirates! I only understood you as far as wanting to yell. No response. Sorry, kid, you're batting 0 today. At least we know there's no pirates. Shine the light into the hole. Light lamp. Your lamp is now on. The lamplight only reaches a few yards down the hole where the rock is coated in slimy black mould. You can tell that the walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. Try using the rope to climb down safely. Tie rope to tree. The rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Down. Your feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. In bed quilts. You are in bed quilts, a long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Joseph and Lula remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Say something back to her. You make an awkward joke. Don't be so morbid. Lula looks pensive. What's the gear they're carrying? Ask Lula about gear. Sure, Donald, we may as well take inventory. I've got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. It's all tuned up to my voice, so we won't have to type so much. Joseph has his slate and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poems we read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader. And you've got the CRT display. How's your back holding up? Ask her where the treasure is. Ask Lulu where the treasure is. Ha! If we knew that, we wouldn't have to set up down here. I know you think this environment will help our project, get us in touch with a deep romantic reverence for some kind of profound natural spookiness, but I was more comfortable in our lab. The university picked the worst time to cut off funding, typical institutional stinginess and academic politics. I mean, I felt like we were really getting close to something. Anyway, I don't know if it's sustainable down here, you know, to live and work here. Together. Joseph looks uncomfortable. Jealous. Hey Donald, can you help me wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface if you have time. You hear an unfamiliar echo from a tunnel to the east. Maybe if we help Lulu, she'll have some more to tell us. Thanks, Donald. I can never remember which colour lead goes to which pin. Lulu begins unpacking a box of wires and terminals. Do you think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings, I mean. Maybe some old pottery shards from when the world was young and early men and women huddled in those caves too. Do you know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils. Sadder than animal remains, I mean. We might come across a petrified mollusk or a partial dinosaur footprint and we say, there was a point of context here where a body touched the earth and maybe there's a little bit of evidential garbage, but the life that owned that body never cared and has moved on anyway. And that's the end of it. But suppose I shine my lantern on one of these walls, and I see a crude painting thousands of years old, two men and a woman, charcoal and blood on rock. Someone put that there to keep something on the rock after she passed. A hope, a relationship, or a moment. A worry, maybe. A regret. She made a painting to keep something alive for her, but like that dead mollusk and that itinerant dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone, and we're looking at this painting, this dangling copy with no original. You are interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell was that? Let's check it out. Yes, walk towards the ominous noise. The tunnel. In tunnels. Sorry. Hair in my face. You rush down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula close behind. I got kind of tense back there. I wonder if they're still thinking about it. The tunnel narrows until you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rock gives way to jagged crystalline surfaces. Scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some short and piercing, some slower and groaning as if dampened by water. The tunnel opens into a large room. In a crystal room! You are in a large irregular chamber, the walls, floor and ceiling area covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally! Let's listen to what he says. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life and a crackly voice blurts something intelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment, then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. Follow Lula. Run north. Lula's headlamp scans across northern passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually find yourself cornered. You've hit a dead end. Who are they? Let's find a way out of here. Escape. That's not a verb I recognize. You can't see any such thing. Listen, I think they've gone back to work. They seem strange somehow. Maybe they've forgotten about us. Alright, let's try to pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact. Then we'll find our way back to the equipment. In bed quilt. You are in bed quilt, a long eastward passage with holes everywhere. Lulu is here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? Search for him. Search. I only understood you as far as wanting to search. We have to be more specific. With the equipment. Search equipment. The various computer and audio equipment casts angular shadows into the tunnels as you scan slowly along the pile. Nothing. Search tunnel. You select a tunnel at random. Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints on the mouldy cave floor, but they are impossible to identify. Joseph climbs down from the rope still tied above. That damned sound. Those damn voices. I don't even know what direction I was running. I wove through that network of tunnels. I ran my hand along the wall, always turning left, but every turn and every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here. I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero, and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church, but there's an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned in my mind's eye. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Lulu looks down at her feet. should ask him more about that. Ask Joseph about the zero. Donald, you've heard the same damn stories I have, but it's different. It doesn't matter now, damn it. I'm leaving. To hell with it, all of it. Well, we should stop him. Get him back on track. We're so close. Divert Joseph's attention. You shout something at Joseph about the project you were working on together. You'll die in these damn cold caves, and what about those men? You'll know they'll come back. Tell him we can find somewhere to start a fire. Suggest finding somewhere to... You shout something at Joseph about going deeper into the caves. Did you hear their voices? They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop! Your stupid fight is ringing throughout the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too. I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon. I'm heading down the zero. I think we needed to stay. Ask Lulu to stay. You plead with Lulu about your continued collaboration. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail and then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Lulu and Joseph have left. In tunnels. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like a bear who had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combing the underground passages for a new site in which to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Vain. Vanity, ain't it the truth? My Aunt Remedios, before she got into the whole Death Room with musicography thing, she was a painter, was seeing nudes in oil. She had this model, I'll never forget him. Big, classically physical guy, looked like he was about to storm Troy. He made everyone call him the Colonel. Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot, you couldn't help it. He was always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room, while Aunt Remedios made a sketch of his profile or worked on the right mix of pignets for his abdomen. The Colonel had this magnificent hair, long black hair that ran down just to the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening he was standing next to an open window in the back of the house. The sun was setting, early spring, I think it was kind of windy. Aunt Remedios was trying to get his hair out. She kept arranging it like half in front and half behind, running it over his shoulder and laying it across his chest this very specific way. But it itched him or something. He'd do this weird indignant shuffle thing, or the wind from open window would push it around, or he'd start and turn his neck whenever Weaver and I ran by and everything would be tangled again. The final product was a swirl of black lines billowing around the top of his neck. Weird thing is I don't even remember his face now, just that black swirl. Probably the best one she ever painted. Wall of the Mountain King. Krieg. After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesques, and the centre of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you will set up your equipment and establish your legacy. Inception! It's the game on the game! Now is the time to continue your work. Research assistance, 0. Realism index, 37%. Romance index, 2%. Mold coverage, 0%. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. Hire a new research assistant. Uploading job advertisement to the university message boards. You have hired Roberta, who studies fairy tales. Assigned assistants to a task. You may assign research assistants to debugging, transcription, or speculation. Debugging? Assigning available research assistant to debugging. Hire a new research assistant. Oh, hire a new research assistant? Uploading, yeah, etc. No new applicants, try again later. Sleep. Sleep. Time passes. Roberta fixes some weird math with weirder math. Now is the time to continue your work. Research Assistance 1, Realism Index 47%, Romance Index 2%, Mold Coverage 8%. You may hire a new research assistant. Sign or sleep. Uploading job advertisements to university message boards. You have hired Mary Ann, who studies fine art. Sign. You may assign research assistants to debugging, transcription, or speculation. You have 2 research assistants available today. Assign how many to speculation? 1. Sleep. Roberta makes adjustments to the echolocation algorithm. Bats now fly normally instead of getting hung up on each other's wings and clustering together like horrible leathery tumbleweeds. Marianne discards centuries of exhausted data on the uniformity of cause and effect. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now is the time to continue your work. Research Assistants 2, Realism Index 42%, 7%, 16%. We've hired Weaver, who studies mathematics. Sleep. Time passes. Marianne widens tunnels slightly to reduce the need for extra crouch commands. Weaver identifies a bug with the oxygen level simulation but is unable to fix it. Roberta makes a convincing argument for the edibility of stone. Intruders! The strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. You hide behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place hours later. Now is the time to continue your work. I'm not convinced this is getting us any closer to zero. Research Assistants 3, Realism Index 47%, Romance 12%, Mold Coverage 0%. You may hire a new research assistant, etc., etc. Hired Greg, who studies architecture. fix bugs. Weaver fixed bugs. Roberta types up some lurid imagery from a dream journal. Gray posits that nature, not reason, is the master of industry. Weaver follows the strangers into the tunnels. She doesn't return, but neither do they. 3. 48%. 20%. 11%. Let's keep playing. Come on, kid, we've got stuff to do. Are you sure you want to quit? That was a rhetorical question. I only understood you as far as wanting to quit. Maybe we have to lose or die, or somehow it'll just start over. Eat the lamp! Don't be ridiculous. Maybe we have to wait it out. Wait indefinitely. Recess resistance come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you can hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Years pass, mold accumulates. You and the remaining research assistants take to burning disused equipment in the centre of the room. Black mold is intensely flammable and makes an excellent catalyst. Leaves behind a sweetly narcotic perfume. One night you have visitors, outsider, different ones. Then later that night, an old friend. You really did go deeper into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Huh? Scene 11. You really did go deeper into the caves. Well, you were easy enough to find. I bet a few of your former assistants. One can't help but hear things. So this is what became of our project. Oh, I've made some additions. Joseph stole the data tapes for the first half, so I've had some blank spots to fill. Yes, I know, he published his version, actually. I'm sorry to report that it's a bit tediously sentimental. We've been looking for you. So you found the address data. Just pass it over to Donald here. Donald, will you be a dear and crunch those numbers? We're looking to sort out a street name collision. Dogwood Drive. Wasn't the Bureau going to process it? I insist I have sparkles to spare. I'll just pack my pipe and get to it. Should only be an hour or so. Andrew will carry it over too. I'll be at the Bureau for the rest of the night. Just mark it as private materials with the attention of Senior Clerk Chamberlain. How do we get to the Bureau from here? The bridge. Yes, the bridge. Through the gate over there. Sentimental. Now we too recede into history. Good night, Donald. Meet me at the Bureau and we'll get you on your way. Head counterclockwise to the cathode ray, then turn around, then it's just clockwise until you find the Bureau. Right, counterclockwise to the cathode ray. Between us, I think you should drive. Counterclockwise to the cathode ray. And then turn around. Oh, I'm so confused. Ow. Someone's left a portable tape recorder on the path. There's a bit of damage, but there's no tape to play or record. Bookshelf was carried only partway up the path here before the project was abandoned. It's still useful. The peak of the spire is crowded anyway. Sensible modern electric lantern has been left here. The batteries have long Johnson's died. This is a really weird game. Oh, other guy was waiting with Blue. Thanks for waiting, Blue. We were gone a bit longer than expected. Ran into some trouble, Blue. I won't lie to you. Good word, yeah. What happened up there? I'm actually not sure. Very mysterious, ma'am. Counterclockwise to the cathode ray. And turn around. Act 3, Scene 12. Nearly there. Wow, 3 hours. I'm glad I didn't try and do Act 3 the other night. It would have been ridiculous. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Hey, you see that cat over there? Think she needs some bread? Maybe we should leave a crust or two behind and she go through when she's comfortable. My leg! Lola. Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. Any word on the address? The results just came in by courier. Good news. Donald's assistants were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference their results against some of our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. Are you going somewhere? I might. I'm feeling impulsive and I like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there, did you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped, anyway. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks, and deep. How long do we have to wait? Oh, who knows. Alright, what happened? What? In the church at the graveyard, you two came out. They're all weird. What happened? It's okay. You can tell them. It doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So we were in that graveyard. Act 3, Scene 13. Where the strangers come from. Yeah, good weird, just not got a clue what's going on yet. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside, I guess. I want to say outside. Okay, I'll stay with him. We can look for lizards. Okay, we'll make it quick. The church floor is cold metal, scuffed and flexed by unknown boot heels. A handmade apparatus for the production of moonshine, assembled from scavenged metal and natural materials. Yeah, it's kind of limbo-y, Jess. I mean, it is in colour sometimes. This just happens to be a particular black and white part. Yeah, it's abstract. I don't know what I expected. The strangers, he kept saying. Kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. Listen, earlier in the mine I didn't want to talk about it, but... What did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation, and she was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared. Suddenly, ran away, but we thought... You thought she was dead. Yeah, I guess I don't like to say it. Dead. And then, the next time I flicked to channel 2, Weaver. It's burned in my vision now. She's standing in her room. The walls are black, kind of grey. There's tape on the walls like markings and desks. A classroom, maybe. Camera is in the corner, so it's this kind of 45-degree angle into the room, and there's Weaver right there in the centre of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually she spoke, but there was no real sound, just this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted, fuzzy. It's so dusty in here, right? Yeah, real dusty. You'd think, with all these holes in the ceiling. What the hell was that? Did you hear that? We should check it. We should... Ooh. Uh-oh. 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 Should have been twigged from the ominous music. My goddamn leg! What is wrong with my leg? It seems to be flashing now. My leg is like those skeletons! Maybe they all used that tryptophan TM thing. The stranger activates the tape recorder slung on his shoulder. A crackly drawl echoes into the room. It's patient and sounds like it should be smiling. Oh, Doolittle, the playwright. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. Also, hi Jess. I forgot to say hi. I guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. What's this job? Certainly I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go. What is this place? Some kind of factory? Yeah, maybe, but for what? Why hidden away like this? And what's that smell? Like bread? Baking bread? Please, follow me. I just degoused myself. I have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety, and adjust your outfits just a bit. Maybe the bone thing is just like the Chemical Brothers Hey Boy, Hey Girl. I don't know. There's some protective headwear on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. I'm not taking off my shoes. I'm not taking off my shoes. Oh, I understand. It's only a courtesy to... Well, do us a favour and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way. What do you mean, Alkash? Also high. More new arrivals this evening. Plenty to do. Got to relay the formula. What formula? Oh, just the music video. I haven't seen it. Eh? Oh, the formula changed our lives. Once years ago, we were as prisoners to the intricacies of our debts here. We'd have to account for everything on paper. Compounding interest by hand, reassessing amortization, and leveraged assets distribution according to nightly merit decay. Then she stepped out of the dark caves to show us the light of the formula. She had a brilliant grasp of mathematics and a saint-like way of speaking right through the numbers. Weaver! Now we just plug our daily numbers into the formula and run it all through the adding machine. We occasionally suffer some surplus drift, but she instructs us all on the necessary adjustments. It was devastating to see our revered mathematician go, but she was needed elsewhere. Her legacy abides. What job are they working? I don't know that it's been settled just yet. You see, sometimes we take on newcomers already in debt to the distillery. One of the foremen will find something for them to do, chip away at their sum until it's all settled. That's what I'm doing here, chipping away. That's what they're all doing. Oh, right. Wow, check this stuff out. It must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. You really like old electronics? Yeah, I've got it bad. That's why I got into this business, to keep old stuff like this running. Seems like such a shame to let it fall into ruin, you know, like that computer back in the cave. Xanadu. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified into living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? Oh, hello. This is Earl. He used to be a beekeeper. Borrowed some used casts to store the hives, but the interest accrued more quickly than the honey. Now he works for us here in logistics. What makes the people appear? Maybe these are dead people. Maybe my leg's dead. Here's the fleet. Oh, we just use these to get around internally. How big is this place? Oh, it's grown a great deal over the years. Incredible to think, really. When Mr. Bishop founded this operation, it was only about 1,800 square feet, and half of that or more was occupied by camouflage to keep the law out. Hiding out in the back of an old church, purifying spirits by handmade fire. A cattle and a dream. So the trucks are just Easter ways and shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Eerie jazz. Maybe it represents the death. There it is. Now I have to ask, as a matter of course. What kind of experience do you have driving trucks? I drove deliveries for an antique shop since last run. Ah, precious cargo, you'll do just fine. You can drive safely, can't you? I haven't any doubt now, it's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. What happened with Miguel this evening? Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes a moment, or simply hit a curve too devilish. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company and slow to anger. But if we're speaking confidentially, well, with all that lost product to be repaired, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, a few casks too, we're all just thankful he had no next of kin. So let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. 10:20 on that load. Come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave. 10:12 City Kitty. This is a good time dispatch. We may have found Miguel's replacement. Thought you might like to get acquainted. 10:09, come again. Introduce yourself. Pleased to meet you. Tell that dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here. I guess I could drive it. 99 wheel holder, gotta pay the water bill. Ah, so I'm certain I'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck here. So it's just about ready to go out. We have some good, strong folks in shipping here, so you never need to worry about loading if you don't want to. A bit harder than knees and back at RH, eh? Of course you'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job. And some drivers like the extra shift stacking and loading here. I shouldn't really do any lifting these days. I see. Well, surely we can spare a dolly and carrying strap for your health and safety. What? Conway woke up on baled hay. He was too bright. His head hurt the usual. Seth and Ira argued loudly outside the open barn door. She wanted Ira to take him inside and shower, have some coffee, get to the job. Ira said there wasn't time. Conway was in no condition. It's an important job. They couldn't put it off. Ira said to let the deadbeat sleep it off and then send him packing. He said Charlie could do the job. Conway steps out of the barn, shielding his eyes. He tried to say something reassuring, but just kind of stumbled around it. Lisette looked away. Ira just spat and went inside to wake Charlie. Ira was the stubborn man, so Charlie went alone and Conway drifted out again. Didn't hear about the accident until months later. So what's next? Oh, sure, I know you want to look. Kick the tyres, that's the thing we do, isn't it? Well, thank you for the follow, XA Tech D. Appreciate you joining the clan. As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tyres see out there on the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves, isn't that the way, hey? Sure, they're big machines, but they can be fragile. Absolutely. A truck deserves care and fearful respect, like a glass elephant. Miguel was a good driver, but he didn't have that quality of deference. Conway sat in a dim room full of folding chairs. The walls and ceilings were painted with old smoke. Someone read from the book. He drank coffee as it was. He listened. The speaker listed all the things we tried, that most people in the room were probably there by court order. A few others shared. They spoke in abstractions like a program of action, and good orderly direction, spiritual but not religious, religious but not spiritual, and all the things we tried. Then it was over. They clasped sweaty hands to a short prayer and stepped back out into the morning. He knew it was time to hit the bar. It was good to get out of the heat, away from the mendacity. He settled into it. Someone else from the meeting was here, looking rough. He started a conversation. She was on a bender, a week and counting. She had arrived at the meeting drunk and sat in the back. She didn't believe in it. She read a lot of French books and didn't believe in anything but the benign indifference of the universe. It was comforting in its way. She didn't have to prefer one thought or day over any other. All she had to do was drink and stay indifferent. Now, what else can we show you? Headlights work fine, see? That's important. Most of our product goes out at night. You never know who you run into in the daylight. And dust can be treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. The magic hour, huh? Magic hour, sure. The angle of the sun at dusk and dawn means the light is mostly indirect reflections from the sky. Everything looks like a movie. It's all a bit softer. Conway had to get off the highway, too loud, too murky. He turned off into some grey cornfield in Indiana. He watched traffic and birds. Seeing those migrations up close up, they looked random. He thought about the load in the trainer, thousands of plastic cups. Someone wanted those cups in Rockford that night. It wasn't going to happen. He was only human. He'd been out since the headlights were on. Didn't even stop for coffee. He cracked a beer at 3 hours on the road. 4:30, he dodged some stray cattle. The headlights were coming back on. Rockford could wait. Early morning couldn't be much worse than late night. What could they care? He just needed a few hours. So, moving on. Control the wipers with this knob here. They seem to have decent talk to them, hey? Can't say how they fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. You folks watch the weather closely? Wouldn't know it if I saw it. Too many years of climate control, and having mentioned I rarely if ever leave our facility. I wouldn't know the rain if it drowned me. They ditched class for the day to drive in the rain. It was pointless to stay all with you. It was a lost cause, and she didn't need it anyway. She was smart. Bored. It was time to cut out. Shitty day for it, though. 83 in the biblical flood. We went to see a movie. It was some anonymous swashbuckler film about real men and women. Real tights, real lips, fake blood. They brought a flask. They smoked cigarettes, drank awful hooch, whistled buckets of rain. She sang about someone she wanted once to have loved. Brown hair curled around her ear. She had a voice like Scotch whiskey. It was time to go. Stiff drinks were wearing on him, and he felt a surge of dejection. He knew she'd keep singing, and he thought she should sing for someone who deserved to hear it. He knew she'd find a ride, so he slipped out alone. He sat in his car and went over some options. Chicago, Toronto, Barrow. It seemed like a bold, impulsive gesture at the time as he pulled out of the parking lot. He removed his hands from the steering wheel for a moment and felt the car drift into a decision. Years later, he'd think of this as the moment he himself started drifting. A modest technology, but suited the job, eh? Plenty good enough. Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now, tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them you'll start in the morning. Truck looks good. We've been over every inch of it. Dispatch just like it came off the assembly line. 10:13, dispatch got 2 black eyes and a flock of crocodiles. Come back. 10:4, back it down and prick your eyelids, driver. Come back, Lem. 10:4. Come back, wheel holder. 10:4. Got your ears on? Good, listen to this. So, I think that went well. Let's head back up to logistics and seal the deal, eh? And I've got one more thing to show you. Everyone up for some eerie jazz? Let's head back upstairs. I have one more thing to show you. Wait, we only came here looking for answers about the stupid mouldy computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with the mouldy computer. That black mould, it's drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes, you see. As we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates into the air. The angels share. As it goes through the vents here and out into the caves, if we can scrape up that mould, we can usually apply some pressure and cold to it. Squeeze and condense the angels share back into drinkable whiskey. Ew! Every drop counts when you're making a living on the stuff, so we go down and scrape it off its equipment, just like any other place it grows. He kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid, truly paranoid. But now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mould. One thing I know, that computer's been running for decades. Switch it off for a minute and let it rest. That'll get you going, I'm sure of it. So join me upstairs. If you don't mind. Here it is. A beauty, would you say? It's an antique, you know. What is it? Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for our daily ritual to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do it at the beginning of my shift, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't? It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff now. Single barrel. Oh, it's blinding! He doesn't... Down the hatch. Vina Memoriam Mors. Decent enough. Welcome aboard. He's not working for you. We have to get back to this. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As the indicator, this is the top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink, well, and there's the matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite a premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep by my back-of-the-envelope estimations. Well, we have that in common, I suppose, all of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs, of course. The interest begins to compound immediately, and, well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow, then. Weird. Blinding. So I guess I start in the morning. I guess. I'm confused. It's just the way these things go, kid. Well, that still gives us a few hours to roam, right? Where's that ferry? Foghorn. Very long act, and oh my god, there's like a mammoth on the back of the ferry. I can't even with this game anymore. This is so weird. Please be the end of Act 3. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Not that I don't like this game, don't get me wrong. I like this game. End of Act 3. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm sleepy. Oh, and my back aches. And there's my crab. Complete Act 3. Okay. So, yeah. Woo and a who. And a yeah. I'm tired. Okay, so. Whoa. Blurred vision. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with Jesse and Ross and Leaky for some Division. Not quite sure what time, but you know, tune in, we'll be there. And then on Thursday, if there aren't any other plans, I think I'll try Close to the Sun. I've got 2 chapters in that. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I've been Jo, otherwise known as Angel SK. You've been great, and I'll be back later.